are very worried. The business community is shaking because, in reality, every time there is a power cut, we lose an enormous amount of money. The business community now is suffering from all sorts of fallout from around the world in terms of the economy. We've had all sorts of price increases from the petrol right across the board. And then you have this. Also, in reality, many countries around the world who are wanting to invest in South Africa are saying, well, if there isn't this stable electricity supply, we've got problems and let's look rather somewhere else. I've just had, as an attorney, a client of mine saying, well, we'd rather invest in a factory in Mumbai than in Cape Town because we have worries about the electricity. And the more I said, no, we don't have that problem, the more the reality starts hitting home. I know Mr. Damas is in a catch-22 situation. He's got real problems there, and I'm not blaming him or Eskom. This is a fault stretching way back to the nationalist government under apartheid, where they refused to invest in Eskom and refused to renew factories and refused at the time to basically put government's word, into the development of power stations.
Yeah.
So we can't blame Mr. Damas. He's inherited an incredibly difficult situation. But what we can do is we can start blaming the government now, saying you need to put a lot of money into this. Forget about monies into projects, sending the army around the world or whatever it might be, or purchasing military equipment. We must, in fact, now concentrate back home. Charity begins at home. We must concentrate on Eskom and need all the help they can get.
Sure, but on the other hand, and it's been said over and over again by Mr. Damas and others, that business needs to come to the party, especially big industrial users.
Well, certainly they do, and there I'm going to put the blame at Mr. Damas's foot when we start looking at the agreements that they signed with some of the mining groups. I'm not going to pick on any particular mining group, but one of the mining groups that we've now categorically seen is paying almost 30% for the price of electricity than what you and I are paying in our homes. So what does that tell you? That tells you that they are trying their utmost to encourage big business to come and use the electricity, offering them special prices, and then saying to them afterwards, well, now we can't supply you.
Sure.
It's difficult on the one hand to say big business must come to the party, which we agree with, they should, but then on the other hand, giving them this incredibly low rate. I know at the Cape Chamber of Commerce and Industry, we were shocked to see that, absolutely shocked to see that arrangement. And then we're even more shocked to hear that many of the mines are being told, don't worry, switch down, don't use electricity, and we'll pay you for the profits that you're losing. Even more ridiculous.